Today we're going to be building a crop farm. Here's all the resources you need. There's a little bit extra you do need if you are bedrock. You need beds so the villagers can throw carrots to others and so they can actually accept their jobs. Now for Java, all you need is this. There may be a little bit extra like trapdoors, and I'm pretty sure that's what you need extra for this to work. In Java, you don't really need trapdoors because villagers will stay in place and do not go over rails, I'm pretty sure. But I am playing on PlayStation, as you can see. All you need to do is follow whatever I'm doing in the background. You can do this underground. It works well underground. You could just put three blocks underground. I highly suggest you put this nearby anywhere where villagers are at. It could be up above where I'm putting it at. As long as it's easy to get villagers, I sort of suggest to put it underground. Because you could just break 3 blocks down where you need the villagers at, break the boat they're in down the hole, and then they already are where they're supposed to be, unless you want to make a whole dirt staircase all the way up to this. Each plot for these dirt blocks are 9 blocks wide. As you can tell by me counting 3, 3, 3. Now, highly what you need to do is make sure the villager you're going to be putting in the middle is going to be a villager that hasn't been traded at all. Not a single bit. Because villagers, apparently in Bedrock, do not like a villager that has already been traded with. Because I've tried, even one with only one single trade I did with him, and they won't throw him a single carrot. Just for disclaimers, if you do want wheat, the villagers will make bread instead. And doing like seeds in this kind of farm makes it even more slow. So I suggest potatoes or carrots. As you can see, I'm putting 4 blocks into these in the middle so I can start putting water, but do not put it in yet. I'm mostly doing commentary on what I've already been building. Sorry if I'm going way too fast for anybody who's trying to go through this. But it's a quite simple build to catch up to. All you need to know is how I fix this. And if you saw the signs from before with the 2 chests in between, credits 2, it's because I tried to build their villager crop farm. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. But apparently Bedrock players have to have beds. Beds nearby so the villagers can throw crops or even accept their new job. Okay, this may take a little bit. Many ways you could, or no, really only 2 ways you can build this under, or no, there's 3 if you want to dig out a whole area for this. It should be like a 19 by 19 area onto the ground. You put it onto the ground, put it where I have just floating up in the air, sort of like a mob farm. And just on the ground if you want. It seems easy to me, just not trying to get a villager all the way up a bunch of steps just to put them into a box floating up in the sky. Very simple build here. Now let's I forgot what I did next. Oh yeah, put all the crops in. Oh yeah, why there's lots of carrots in the chest? Because you need to give each villager a stack. And there's gonna be a lot you need to place down onto the ground. If you are gonna build this onto the ground, underground, I suggest try to put torches on each corner, because it does get a little bit dark on the corners. Because this light source in the middle doesn't work the greatest to get everywhere. Try and put the villagers in last. I could just cut the whole me placing onto the ground, but I want to make sure anybody who's trying to follow this does not get lost how a bit just skipped ahead. Which sometimes happens to me when I'm watching a tutorial video like this. So I'm making sure everything's going right. You could make each corner a different crop, one beetroot, one seeds, just whatever you want. It doesn't have to be all carrots. The best thing about this, if you have yourself a little bit of an animal farm, you could get a bunch of XP off of farming a bunch of cows. Now this little middle part, I'm gonna have to grab a little of an extra. You're gonna have to put a spruce trapdoor in the middle, because in Bedrock, yeah, the hitbox for a villager is kind of weird. So if I put that on top, the villager will not be able to escape from the middle. But if you're Java, you don't have to do this part. Well, except for the trapdoors, unless you don't want the villagers to start chatting with each other from the other sides. Nice lightning rod, just in case if it does start raining and you don't want any of your villagers to turn into witches. There's many ways to travel a villager: boat, minecart. I suggest boat because all you need is a lead and a boat. That's all. I'm pretty sure Java you can't lead on a boat, if I recall. Oh yeah, Bedrock players, if you're confused why your new villagers you're putting in here won't go to their new job, is because of because of the beds haven't been placed yet. I forgot this was building this. Oh, yeah, I won't. I'm gonna have to push him off. He won't die from fall damage, I promise you. All you need is at least 5 beds so the villagers can start throwing onto the ground. Okay. Yeah, I thought breaking all of them would make sure they could switch to their jobs after I got all 4, which was not the case. And this child is a very non-cooperative child. And since the villagers are a little bit weird, they will not go over the track because their jobs are in the middle, right here. So as long as they have a job, they will not leave their station. Now let's grab the bed. You're gonna have to put 3 blocks down on each side. So none of the villagers could get into the bed and sleep, because it will waste more time and resources of what carrots you could have gone. This side I absolutely failed. And this side as well. And I just realized that. And the child came down. And wouldn't budge off. This is why nobody likes transferring villagers. I'm putting them on each side so all the villagers know where the beds are at on each of their squares. I suggest placing the beds before the whole putting villagers in, but that was my fault. Okay, as soon as I put him in there, a non-trade-out villager into the middle, it should be good. If you already have, like, already traded with villagers, farmer villagers, it's okay. You don't have to care about that. Try to give each one a snack. It should hurry up the process of you waiting. But if you did not farm before this, only have a couple of carrots to only plant, then you're probably gonna have to wait a while for each of these areas of crops to grow. So I'm gonna hurry up with the bone meal, quickly bone meal all of this, and show you that they actually throw all of their carrots to the villager. So this ain't a scam video. If this video does become outdated, I will try to change the title of it and say it's outdated. But for now, I'm gonna keep it as is. If this didn't work for you, you may have missed something, or you thought the middle villager wasn't trade with, but you'll find out in the end. It took me a while to figure out this as well, I built this in my own world, and I was like, why isn't this working? My friend told me the villagers needed beds, but it still didn't work after that. And I actually killed the mill villager, replaced him with a non-traded one, and it started working. Which I'm glad I have friends. uh. Minecraft is best with friends, so I'm glad this farm helps out you or others in your world. Now we're just gonna let these guys do what they do, and soon after they break every single crop, they'll say hello to the middle person, throw all of it to him, but it won't at all go to him. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the children out here. Oh yeah, carrots will fall off of the platform, but it still won't hinder how much the villagers can start getting out of it. What was I grabbing? I don't know what I was looking through there. And as you can see, it's filtering through. A couple of hours of this, and probably that large box will be full. I hope this all helps you in whatever project you're doing. And see you later. Oh, the video's still a little bit